The rebels huddle in the tent like conspirators around a sacred fire, but the object of their worship gives no heat. It's a toy. Well, it's a lump of mud, wood and glue shaped into a valley and nested Imperial garrison. Nemik's masterpiece, part art project, part act of faith. British viewers of my advanced age may be reminded of the Thunderbirds' Tracy Island that they made on Blue Peter in the 1990s. I find it quite endearing that it's significantly better than it probably needed to be, and that Nemik is still being all precious about who touches it and the fact that it's not to scale. But the glue's still damp, the rain gets in. The rebellion, as it turns out, has the same problem. It holds together, but only just. Vel starts her briefing like a history teacher who's lost patience with the syllabus. 13 years ago the Empire liberated the airbase, she says. Of course, they didn't liberate anything. They occupied it, discovered its value, and then claimed it. She doesn't make it clear in her delivery, but that liberated is a sarcastic aping of Imperial language. The Empire took the Sacred Valley and made it a payroll depot. The temple became a storehouse, the river a dam, faith became inventory. And now a handful of half-starved idealists are going to rob the place and call it freedom. Cassian listens. I can't really get used to him clean-shaven, by the way. Arms crossed, eyebrows doing all the talking. He's been in enough fights to know when a plan sounds insane. A box freighter, he scoffs. Those were ties. You'll be lucky to make the horizon. Vel smiles like someone explaining the punchline of a very dark joke. Exactly. That's how you know they're serious. Around the model, belief takes different forms. Nemik, bright-eyed and caffeinated on hope, provides scientific wonder. He can't resist explaining the physics. It's not a meteor shower, it's crystallized noctilucent microdensities, he says, as if the poetry of rebellion lies in the syllables. Gorn, the double-agent soldier, offers cultural memory. He gives the mythic version, the Eye of Aldhani, a celestial curtain drawn across the sky, a sacred spectacle reduced to a pretty sad affair now that the Empire has relocated everyone. Vel provides factual exposition and keeps them on track, treating beauty like an operational variable. Cassian injects hard realism, until finally realizing with a small laugh and a fatalistic grin that it's actually a really good idea. This crossfire of perspective shows that the rebellion isn't ideologically unified. It's a coalition of technicians, believers and survivors, people whose languages of truth don't quite align. But in this tent they're forced into coherence. It's the first time we see them forming a team. It's here that Cassian's cynicism finally gives way. This is his conversion. I wouldn't call him a rebel yet, but he is as in as it gets for today. He is not laughing at the danger, he is laughing at the sheer, beautiful, astronomical cheek of it. He knows his way around a heist, and this is a great plan. He's in. That's the moment he joins, really joins, the moment disbelief turns into respect. The genius of it is simple. They'll hide beneath wonder. While the sky performs a miracle, they'll steal the Empire's wages and vanish into the light. The eye becomes both camouflage and symbol, while the ancient beauty of the natural world is cynically, brilliantly weaponized. But beneath the science is something tragic. The Sacred Valley, once a site of pilgrimage, is now a tactical asset. The rebels are trying to steal it back, piece by piece, word by word. Even their little clay model is an act of reclamation. The eye will open, the heavens will ignite, and somewhere in that chaos, a handful of people who shouldn't even trust each other will try to become history. They'll fly through beauty while the heavens erupt, and they'll vanish under the cover of awe. Who's stupid enough to try that? Skeen sums it up, half laughing, half mourning. No one but us. Maybe no one else is desperate enough to believe glue can hold a revolution. And yet it might, because that's what rebellion often is. Persistence. You patch the holes, prop up the edges, pray the structure lasts one more storm. The glue never really dries, the rain always gets in, but sometimes with the right people and the right plan. In Cassian's words, you wouldn't call it flying, but somehow the whole thing just about gets you there.